Part 1. The Search of the Greedy Merchant. Long ago, near the kingdom of Magadha, there was a city called Sharavasi. This city was a confluence of trade, culture, and spirituality. The streets always echoed with the footsteps of people, sometimes a monk delivering a sermon, sometimes a merchant sealing a deal. In this city lived a very wealthy yet extremely greedy merchant named Seth Hariram. Hariram had everything: treasure chests full of gold coins, precious gems, carriages overloaded with horses, a long line of servants, and a grand mansion. But in his eyes, there was a strange hunger that never seemed to be satisfied. His soul always whispered, "More, I want more." He neither donated nor helped any hungry person. He would say, "What I have earned, I earned through my hard work. If I keep giving away, what will remain for me?" His wife, Ratnavali, was a woman of simple and spiritual nature. Many times she said, "Seji, true happiness of wealth lies in sharing a part of it with others." But Hariram would laugh and say, "Ratnavali, this all sounds nice in books, but in real life, wealth is power, and I want to be the most powerful." A star in the village. Buddha's arrival. One day, news spread in the city. Lord Buddha is coming to Shravasti. He will stay at Jetavana Monastery with his disciples. Excitement spread everywhere. In every lane, discussions about Buddha's teachings, compassion, renunciation, peace, and contentment began. Ratnavali told Hariram, "Sethji, let's also go listen to Lord Buddha's sermon. They say a single teaching of his can change one's life." Hariram laughed and replied, "What can a beggar teach us? Buddha has renounced everything. I want wealth, not sermons." But Ratnavali did not remain silent. She said, "You have everything but not peace. At least once, go and see. Meeting Buddha can't harm you." After some hesitation, Hariram agreed, thinking, "Let me listen once and see what this Tathagat really teaches." First meeting at Jetavana Monastery. The next morning, Seth Hariram and Ratnavali reached Jetavana Monastery. Hundreds of people were already sitting at Buddha's feet. The atmosphere was so calm and sacred that Hariram felt as if even the heartbeat's sound was echoing. Buddha was seated under a pipal tree, eyes half closed, face radiant with divine light, and voice so sweet as if speaking some eternal truth from afar. Buddha said, "Wealth is not what is accumulated, but what is shared. Greed binds the soul in chains. The day a person starts giving, on that day he truly becomes rich." It was as if fire had ignited in Hariram's ears. Is he saying the one who gives is rich? Then am I poor for keeping everything to myself? After the sermon, Hariram went to Buddha and said, "O Tathagat, you say the giver is a rich one. But the truth is I have countless riches, and still you say I am poor?" Buddha looked into his eyes and said, "The one who lives only for himself is poor. You have wealth, but do you have contentment? Has any night passed when you gave your wealth to feed a hungry person?" Hariram fell silent. Buddha's challenge. Buddha smiled and said, "Sethji, will you accept a small proposal from me? For the next 7 days, you just do one thing. Each day, give something to a needy person. On the 7th day, we will meet again and discuss who really had the true wealth, you or the one you gave to." Hariram was thoughtful. Finally, he said, "Fine, I will do this, but on the 7th day, I will prove that wealth is power." Buddha smiled and said, "I will wait for you, Sethji." To be continued. What happens in part 2? How does Hariram give food to a poor family for the first time? What does he see in the eyes of a hungry widow? Will daily generosity bring any change in his soul? What experience on the 7th day changes his life forever? Would you like me to help with part 2 next? Or do you want the whole story translated?